Okay, so the draft choice that's lingered with you, that made you think that was something I did not see coming, is what, Daniel Jeremiah? 2 days removed.
I mean, I think I would say Detroit's trade up for Jameson Williams, and when we look back on it, I really like it, especially considering they didn't really have to give up that much to come all the way back up there and get him and get a real special, explosive player. But, I had heard, we had talked about it before the draft, I was getting calls before the draft saying, hey, Detroit's calling teams inside the top 10 trying to come back up with their second pick. And when you hear that, I mean, the quarterback alarm bells go off. If a team's trying to come all the way back up there, you think maybe a pass rusher, but more than likely quarterback. So where, we were in the draft, I'm sitting there saying, okay, is it, Jermaine Johnson, the pass rusher, or they coached Malik Willis at the Senior Bowl. So got to be one of those two guys. And then all of a sudden, nope, they're taking the speed receiver from Alabama. So I liked it in having a chance to look at it and see how it all came together. I just did not see it coming.
What would you say to a Vikings fan that watched the draft and saw the Vikings facilitate the Lions to get Jameson Williams and then facilitate the Packers in getting Christian Watson? And these are the two guys you're going to have to cover twice a year for quite some time. And obviously we don't know how they're going to work out. But shouldn't the Vikings, if Green Bay or the Lions call them to say, yeah, no thanks, and just hang the phone up, Daniel? Seriously.
Well, I think that's changed, and we've talked about some of the changes with the kind of the new guard versus the old guard. And when you have these new, younger general managers, we saw it in baseball. You'd never see rival teams or teams inside the same division make trades in baseball. That's kind of softened a little bit over the years. I think the analytic approach is we worry about how the result is for us and not so much about what it does for other folks. And so they don't really look at it the way that fans look at it, or the way that we've always looked at it. So it's a different mindset. But yeah, no, it's a fascinating little subplot to what they did. I thought the more egregious thing was they just didn't get enough. Okay, you're going to trade in the division and gift a good player there, but you got to get value for moving back there. I didn't think they got enough picks. Now I liked Lewis Seen, who they took. When they slid back in the first round. He's a stud. I had a defensive-minded head coach who said he was his favorite player in the draft and said the guy could come in and teach our defense already. Like, he's that smart. So they got a good football player. I just think it's a different era than what we used to have.
I agree. I honestly just that's something that has stuck with me since Vegas, is just wondering, okay, what if these two guys start lighting it up and makes things more difficult for Minnesota twice a year? They only have themselves to blame, right? I mean, I guess they could have gone somewhere else and gotten the guy they wanted, but you're the ones who say yes to it. I don't understand it.
Was it? You help me out on this one because you got a memory like an elephant.
Okay.
The Eagles, when they traded up for Devonta Smith, did they trade up with the Giants or somebody, or the Cowboys?
Wasn't it the I don't know, Devonta Smith? That was the 10th overall pick last year.
For some reason, I don't think they got up ahead.
They got up ahead of.
I think
they got the Dolphins. Was it the Dolphins that they made that trade with? I'm just trying to wonder. Isn't that what they did? They kind of swapped around. That one escapes me. I'm still stuck in Vegas.
I knew it was the Giants. They were either trying to get ahead of the Giants or the Cowboys. But it was definitely, there was a lot of, we talked a lot about it on the air at the time about the division component to that trade.
Giants.
It was the Giants. Yeah, they traded up with the Giants, and then I guess the Giants then
to get ahead of the Cowboys.
12, yeah. Right? And the Cowboys said, "Screw it, we'll just take Micah Parsons anyway." And then the Giants moved down. Here's the thing: the Giants moved down, and then that's how the Bears traded up for Justin Fields, and then the Giants moved the board around to the point where Justin Fields gave them the ability to choose Evan Neal this year. So yeah.
Oh wait,
man.
sorry, I misread. The Giants traded with the Bears at 11.
Right.
The Eagles swapped with Dallas, actually.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. The Eagles swapped with Dallas. Well, I mean, at least it
worked out for everybody.
I guess it worked out for everybody. Is that Micah Parsons, wound up on the team? Yeah, I guess we'll find out if Lewis Seen turns into be, one of the. Let's just put it this way:
Ed Reed.
if Lewis Cine turns into somebody like Ed Reed and picks off Jared Goff trying to throw to Jameson Williams, then I guess we'll revisit this conversation right now. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.